One, two, three. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here we go now. Hey, hey,
What up, DNZ? It's Dave and Zoe, and we are back. Yes, and I'm having a drink. Zoe's having a drink too, but not right now.
I'm thinking of it.
Anyway, so what are we working on today?
Whoa, we're back on the front end. We're gonna remove the rack and pinion that we installed there, the steering rack.
The Mustang 2. Mustang
He's gotta
2
throw it in there.
front end, you know.
So what we have to do is make clearance for the tie rod ends here, so they can reach the steering knuckles, and we're gonna install tie rod extensions so they reach all the way up to each end. So we're gonna remove it, install our extensions, and see what modifications we need to make to the front of the frame for clearance when we go up and down.
And then we're also going to install that. That goes in the rear end. It's a BG stabilizer bar, I think, or something like that. So you know, so when we do those massive burnouts, you know.
Keep both tires to the ground. So of course, you have the option to pick of something universal. And when that happens, more than one pieces of things, or items I should say, come with it. With that said, we're gonna have to add these extensions on there. I'm not too happy about it, but you know what? It's gonna work out. So what we got here are the instructions from Speedway Motors for our 4-inch power rack and pinion extension kit. I said this earlier. These rack and pinions are universal for cars and or trucks. So for our application, we need the extensions so our tie rod ends meet our knuckles. Hell yes. So the instructions say that we're to remove the old bands and boots. We're going to remove the tie rod ends. We're going to thread these extensions on here onto the rack ends. We'll thread the tie rods on there, and boom, and put new boots on it. And that should give us the length we need on both sides to make contact with our knuckles. And then we'll move on to the frame portion.
And those are 2-inch extensions. Those are 2-inch
Ow!
2-inch extensions. But then it turns into 4 because we're putting one on either side. Ka-chingon,
Wow.
I went to school, Holmes.
The more you
Not
know.
for English, pero, you know.
The more you know.
Love it. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
So like this right here, bro.
Yeah,
This.
these are the clamps. So they have this cool tool that you grab the clamp at the same time.
And we don't have that tool.
What? I mean,
But
you know.
oh,
Yeah, how was that? I had a brain fart, folks. It's natural. He said we're doing this after hours.
oh yeah.
And mostly on me.
And we're drinking.
Past I've done this, try to protect the boot, because you never know if you're gonna have to use them. So when you're removing these clamps, you want to be careful, not dig into them. And there you go. Oh, sorry, I'm excited.
All right, my end came loose.
You're stronger than me.
Oh.
We'll see if you going down.
Oh no.
I don't trust this table.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Move to the bench. And it's flexing.
Yeah. Because it's flexing.
Eternity later.
Alright. So from here we're going to put the 2-inch extensions right here that we have on either side, and then from here we're going to connect to this, and then we're going to be all chingon, and now it should fit. Now, if you guys have like a nice table that you guys want to donate to us, we'd be willing to
With a
take a
bunch of
nice, you know,
hamburgers here?
yes.
Oh.
Look at this table, man.
For instructional purposes only. We don't work on this.
We're professionals, but we don't
Please
have
check
professional.
the rear end build video.
Yes.
We're definitely using this good table.
Yeah. Or anybody want to donate a table to us? Hey, you know what? We'll take it. Tools, we'll take old tools. We love old tools. While I was having a beer, Zoe was working his butt off.
Woo! I can't believe it's the hardest thing I've done yet on this project. No, not really.
Oh my God, this
So
is
we're-
actually the easiest. God.
The
It's
preparation.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes you think you're like finishing one thing, and then it's like, oh, because it's a modification, we have to do more stuff. So
That's right. It didn't come with the vehicle from the factory, so
Yeah.
you're making it better or replacing parts in the grander scheme of things. So.
and we didn't want to go with leaf springs in the front. So
Nope.
yeah.
We're bouncing down the road there, so. Heck yeah, so as you can see, we got our extensions in place. We removed our tie rods. Or inner tie rods, I should say. Removed our inner tie rods, put our extensions in, and then we put our inner tie rods back on. And now, with the provided roll pins that they gave us, we're going to drive the roll pins down in there. So, we didn't show you was that on the extension and the rack itself, there are machine grooves. So we can drive our roll pins into before the threads. So our roll pin will sit inside the groove. So in the case that these tie rods want to back off or something, they can't. The roll pin will hit the threads and stop it from moving. And we're going to install those right now.
We're good.
Nice.
So that hole wasn't perfectly. Oh, that's it.
Perfect.
That's it.
That's what I want. So we do have to drill into our machine surface, so our roll pin has somewhere to sit. Ladies and gentlemen, our inner tie rods, extensions, inner tie rod. These are our 2-inch extensions. There are roll pins to lock us down, keep it in place, make sure that no backing off happens, and we stay safe hauling ass down that track.
Hell yeah. When we're doing those donuts, turn that way up. Ooh, yeah.
With our extensions and everything in place, you can see we barely threaded the outer tie rod ends in, and we've exceeded reaching our knuckles. So we're gonna raise this bad boy up, thread our tie rod ends in a little bit, and just throw this back in place. And we'll show you what we need to do next, because we need to clearance the frame for when the suspension moves up, fully inflated or deflated, and the tie rod ends need to move or have clearance. So that's what we're gonna do next.
That's some bullshit. Alright, so this is what happened, okay? We had to stop working because I went to go use the outside bathroom and I stepped on a damn nail. So now I gotta go to the doctor, get a freaking tetanus shot, and yeah. But we put those extenders on it, the extensions on the chingadera that goes in the front, and we'll be showing that when we come back. Okay?